Hi, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here with you today again. And yeah, so today we are going to discuss a song. Thank you for suggesting the discussion of the song. The song is called The Night We Met. And I would like to explain a little bit why this song is important to me. And then we can properly discuss the lyrics and you
Mm.
can share your opinion.
I will say one thing before you start.
Mhm.
The song, I really like the song so much that as we're just mentioning this song, the thing is in my head, and so I'm holding myself from singing it.
Sing?
I'm holding it myself just like from singing it, and I just want to like go on, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
go on,
No,
yeah.
yeah, but if you feel like singing at any point, you can go
Sure.
ahead and try and
Wouldn't
do
it
it.
be fun? You play the guitar, I could sing. We can have
Yeah,
one of
yeah, here. Let's do it. I do not
what?
know how. It's a
Do you know how
guitar.
to play?
No, but I'll learn
One
after
of these
this
days, actually,
conversation.
we
Sorry?
can like one of these days we can have a conference like this where you play
I
the
would
guitar.
love to. I would love to, but you know, we don't notice when we are talking, but I had that idea with a friend, and we we wanted to play and sing Taylor Swift together.
Right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Talita is her name. Hey, Talita, if you're watching. And so when you do, so the idea was I was going to play and we were going to sing together, but there is a delay. It is,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was awful. I was
Well,
playing and she was singing.
the
Yeah.
thing to do there would be to like individually record your like playing or her singing, and like individually record it as well as you're doing it online. And then after doing the video, take the recordings and then add them to the video and remove the audio that the video has or whatever.
Wow. You know that because
Actually, I know that because she's going to watch this, so I'm going to give her credit. There was a student of mine who is like kind of my friend now, and she told me this. She's a really, really big nerd. I just say that because she'll watch it and she'll see that I said she's a big nerd.
oh
Uh,
wow.
a big nerd. But yeah, she told me that when we talked about recording before.
Yeah.
I always talked about recording. Yeah.
Would you like to share her name or would it be too personal?
Well, I don't know if she'll like it. I don't know if she
Yeah,
would
okay.
like it, but yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
she will know herself when she sees
She will know. She will know. Okay.
it.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting. Interesting. We should try this then.
Yeah, sometime.
Yeah. Okay. So, uh, this song, I heard the first time I heard the song. So, before talking about the song properly, I must mention this guy I was madly in love with in 2018. You know, when things pass, you don't know why, but yeah. So he would communicate with me. I mean, we would communicate a lot, but he would start conversations with YouTube links and songs, links to songs.
Okay.
And then I would wake up and then I would have like a link, like just that, not good morning, a link. I would click and then I would listen to the song and then I mean, I overthink things, so I would wonder, what does he mean? What is he trying to say?
That's just a nice song. Yeah. No,
No, I think it was that. Like he liked the song. We were very good friends, and he wanted to share the song with me. But back
although
then I
it was
was
like there was nothing more than friendship in this relationship.
no, actually there was, but in the beginning it was a friendship. So I was obsessing over all the songs he had sent. I created a Spotify list with those songs. I would listen to them on repeat. And then, yeah.
Did
And
he know?
no, he never, yeah, he never knew. I
Right.
mean, yeah. But so that song was one of the songs that he sent. It was not the first, it was not the last, but it was there. And that song, interestingly enough, became our song.
This one,
And this
nice remember.
one, yeah, it is a very sad song, but it
I
became
know.
like the song of our relationship. And then I remember we having like little fights, and then he would send that song, and whenever he sent a song or whenever I send a song, it was like, hey, I'm thinking about you. For me, it was, I'm here and I love you, and it's fine. Whatever
Yeah.
happens is fine. And also, when we broke up, it was the last song he sent. Like, he sent
And
the link.
it's
Hmm?
befitting for it's befitting for that.
Yeah.
No, for the breaking up, it's befitting for the breaking up.
Yeah.
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 Even more than like the song of the relationship. The
Yeah.
breaking up was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with songs, everything passed. I'm fine now. I bet he is too. But what remains are memories. Like, and then I remember I have so many memories of me listening to this song, like walking around the city, the thoughts that I had as I was listening, and the confusion and the despair and everything that that relationship brought me. But it was not all bad. There are happy songs too, but yeah, so it was interesting. It was something very
It's
different.
amazing to have like a troubled relationship and a perfect breakup. It's a
You think
nice.
it was perfect?
No, I mean choosing the song and just telling it says everything. No, like it's
Yeah,
over. You're done. I
yeah,
wish we could go back, but we can't.
we can. Yeah. So I'm going to share the lyrics with you. I really do hope the people that I mention on my videos don't watch sometimes,
But you
because
mentioned their names. Well, except Alita, I guess. No, she watched.
Alita, yeah, yeah, but it's fine. But the boys I mention, I would rather them not
I think
watching, but
themselves. Well, maybe
sorry?
they do. Well, this one will know if he watches.
Yeah, he would know, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but so what?
Oh, wow. Exactly. So I'm going to share my screen with you and we are going to go into specifics about that song. So the first, what do I call this in songs? I call this paragraph,
Verse?
verse,
Well,
but
like the
lines,
paragraph of the verse, yeah, sure. It's a lot. There.
verse.
Yeah. Look at the first verse. I guess the first verse would go for and to not to ride along with you. Yeah.
Okay. Ah, okay. So all of this is a verse.
Yeah, I think
This?
that is a verse, and then I had all of that most to you. Yes, is the
No,
chorus.
no, none of you.
I,
Okay,
I,
okay, 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 okay. And then I remember that when I was like in the midst of that, I would write on my arm this thing here. I would write this. Um, all, most, some,
so
and
none.
none. I
None.
had that on
Yeah.
my arm, like a tattoo, a fake
You should
tattoo,
have it as
obviously.
a tattoo. Actually, it's a nice tattoo. It's actually a nice tattoo. It reminds me of, I think I've told you about this song, and the last time I had some sort of breakup, it wasn't really a long relationship, so that's why some sort. There was a song, and it's called Strangers, and it's kind of similar to this song about that. It goes like how people go from strangers to friends, from friends to lovers, and then strangers again. It's kind of breakup.
Wow, wow, yeah. Almost, some, none. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it ends. Okay,
Okay.
so he starts. Sorry,
Right.
Daniel?
Hey, you should get it. That's one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not the only traveler who has not repaid his debt. I've been searching for a trail to follow again. Take me back to the night with Matt.
We met.
So we met. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We met. So what does that mean in your
To me.
opinion?
Um, well, I feel like at this point in again, I may not know what this person was this I'm not sure if it's a band, because you can imagine that it's one person and then it's usually a band with just a strange name. But I've actually never checked. I just like the song only. But I think at this point, this person was kind of lost in whatever relationship they were in, and not knowing where to go forward in the relationship. When you're at the point you're with somebody and maybe you don't want to end it, you don't want to end whatever you're going, but you feel like there's a path forward. You just don't know what that path is. And you
Mm-hmm.
just keep walking aimlessly in this relationship when I think is
Mm-hmm.
the best part to end it. And so, kind of reminiscing about when it must have been easier to just understand where you are,
Mm-hmm.
when it must have been easier to just know the person that you were with rather than here where you're not sure if you want to continue and if you want to end it because you are happy, maybe not happy, but you want what you had, but you don't know what will come in the future, and maybe you don't want what you have now. So I guess there
Yeah.
the person was kind of lost. The writer was kind of lost and wanted to go back to a place when they actually knew what was
Mm-hmm.
instead of
So the night he met that person was the
yeah,
time he
was
has
pretty much
clarity right
yeah,
before.
probably to be like the familiarity, just knowing exactly when you meet someone or you see someone and you know like you want to be with that person rather than just not knowing what you want to do in that relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But you know, that's interesting because he wants to be taken back to the
Hmm.
night he met that person, but to tell himself all
Yeah,
that. So
much,
he,
much better.
and then I can tell myself what the hell I'm supposed to do, and then I can tell myself not to ride along with you. So he wants to go back into the past to tell himself not to
Do this.
start in
Mhm.
not
No, I mean,
jump.
a lot of us have gone through those moments when, like, we finish and, like, we've talked about this maybe before, and it's so bad, you're like, oh, if I had known, I wouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's all I don't think it's always bad in a lot of situations, but just generally the toll, the emotional impact that some relationships have on you, no matter how good it was at some point, you just wish you could go back and
Yeah.
see yourself in that
Mhm.
moment and tell yourself, don't do it. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. But I don't think it's not worth it. I always think no matter what the pain is, it's actually kind of worth it.
Yeah. But actually, would you trust yourself? I mean, if I appear to me in a like a time travel situation, I'm about to do something. Usually in the beginning of something, we are very excited and we want to do it. But if you saw yourself in front of you saying, don't do it, I mean,
I listen to myself.
I would do it.
Probably.
Would you trust yourself?
Yeah, I think I think I would trust myself and not do, but it'll be difficult because at that moment there's something you want and there's something you think you really, really want. But I don't think like I would trust myself, but I don't think that is what will stop me from doing it because as I said, I don't think these bad relationships are necessarily like the worst thing in your life. If you've gone
No.
through all this pain and you've gone through all this sadness, it's actually good for you. Makes you
It is.
interesting.
It is. It does. Definitely. I agree with you. Totally.
So I don't know if I'd stop myself, but I'd understand that it's coming. It's going to be bad at some point. I just have to be
Yeah.
prepared. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Take me back to the night we met.
It's funny.
So it's a
It's just
progression. Sorry.
yeah. Sorry, I was going to say just this part of the song is the entire thing. Like everyone, like you can just listen to, and I think it's a beauty of songwriting. Just take one part, even if you don't. Empezar desde cero.
Where is that? Sorry.
It's the
Where
last
is
song.
Impesa? I thought it was.
It's the last song you listen to, right?
Yeah. How do
Yeah.
you know?
You'll see it in the video. You'll
Sorry?
see it when you make the video. You'll see it when you have the
Okay.
recording.
It was because I was okay, okay, okay. I was okay. Now I know. Now I know. Now I know. I was
Yeah,
I,
the volume. You're doing
yeah.
volume control, right? So yes, it's the beauty of songwriting to be able to like you tell a story in all the other parts that make sense, but just that one part, that's all anybody needs to hear, and that is just the entire song. Just that I had all, and then most, and some, and then none. Now none of you. It's all.
Yeah,
It is how it always happens.
yeah.
Yep.
No, it's beautiful, I
Yep.
think. Yeah, this progression, how it goes from having something concrete and going to having
Nothing.
anything, nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
I actually had a conversation with my friend recently, not about this exactly, but about just the end of things and accepting that things end. For me, I have kind of like in my mind, I have this thing I say, it's like I accept that everything ends.
yeah,
Everything will end, in my opinion, and that is how things have been. I think that the most natural thing in this world is ending, and we see that with death. So when I start something, it doesn't stop me from starting things. It doesn't hold me back from experiencing things, but I'm just aware of the eventual end of it, and that way I can choose. I can choose. Sorry for the sounds and some message from Skype. I can choose how I will handle that end when it comes and how it will be for me when it comes. But I am very aware that an end is coming. And when it comes, I rather like find a way and just being aware of it so it doesn't take me by surprise and just I can process it better, maybe. And that's it. So I think this is the progression of almost everything in life. Everything.
Mhm.
Even my working online.
No, yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Yeah. It's I don't know if you're into philosophy, but there was this philosopher. What was his name? I forgot his name. But they were trying in the beginning. They were trying to decide what was the being, what was being, what was like the major characteristic of existence. And there was this philosopher that I remember his name is Parmenides, but I forgot the other name. But and then he said that the being was the permanence, that being is everything that remains, that lasts. And then there
Okay.
was this the other. What was his name? I won't search. Yeah, the other said that it was the what is the contrary, the opposite of permanence? Impermanence. I
Temporary?
know.
No, temporary. Temporary.
Impermanence. Okay. Okay.
Temporary.
Temporary. He said that
Mhm.
things were temporary, that no one would bath on the
Okay.
same river twice. Bathe
Mhm. Well,
on
yeah,
the
in
same.
the same room twice. Well, I get the expression, but I think like if we literally think about it, yes, people do. No, I understand what you're
No, they
saying.
don't because
They
the
maybe the same
waters.
point. No, I mean, but it's the same river, but not like the same water, probably.
Exactly. And neither is the same person because you had already changed a bit. So we
Mhm.
are constantly changing. And it is very, I mean, it is a bit insane to think that things are staying or being the way they were just because you like them as they were, not suffering, not happiness. Everything is always constantly passing, and we suffer too much because we think that the nature of reality of life is permanence when it isn't. So once we accept that things are constantly changing and renewing, we can, I won't say be happy, but we can at least have some peace of mind. And
Well, yeah, exactly. I cannot say we will be happy, but at least when the change comes, we are not so like taken by it, and
yeah,
we can at least exist in the change or in the inevitable end. I think
exactly.
for me, it's a better way to exist, knowing that I mean, everything is temporary. And sometimes I was speaking with a friend. I was asked if then I wouldn't do anything because I know everything will end. But no, it makes me enjoy every moment more
Hmm.
because, or just seize every moment more because I know that at some point I will not be here and something will happen, not bad all the time, but we progress, life changes
Yeah.
constantly. I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm not in the same place I was last year, like even mentally and in every way. Just as we age, we change and things end. I think it's a better way to like think of life, and it's an easier way also to think of life.
Yeah.
Things
Yes. Yes.
will end. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, things end, but they start again, and all other things starts.
Yeah, new
Other
things
things
start.
start.
Yeah,
Mm.
the end brings end gives life. When
Yeah.
things were destroyed in the past, they brought life to something. When people die, unfortunately, they become manure for other things to grow. They can become manure if they want to,
Yeah.
for other things to grow, and just the end gives birth to another thing, which will
Yeah.
end again, and another thing will be born, and we just have to accept that
Yeah.
cycle. Life is a
Cycle.
cycle. Let's go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Exactly. So when things end, when he says, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, haunted by the ghost of you. Have you ever been haunted by the ghost of someone that's no longer in your life?
No, I think not.
Yeah.
No, I think not. I
You're
think
very
that
good. I think that the image that you pass me, can I say this?
the image
The
that I pass
image
across.
that you pass across is that you are very good at ending things.
No, no, I'm
Very
not.
strong emotionally.
No, I'm not
Wow.
strong emotionally. I think I'm not strong emotionally, but I have with ending things. I'm not strong. I'm not good at ending things, but I have just accept them as just something that has ended, and I just, of course, I need some time, like everybody, to just like come to terms with this
Yeah.
new thing, or that has like the new, I don't know, like my new reality or whatever. But I kind of tell myself I have to move on. End is like something that is final. And that helps me in most of the times when, like, for example, a relationship has ended. What I do is I think about it, and the next day I tell myself, end is final, move on. There's nothing you can do about it, move on. But
Yeah.
it's not easy for me. I'm not like a very strong person emotionally. I cry as well when things end. But
Okay.
but I don't like keep I don't keep um I don't get, well, let's see, haunted by the memories of people or even things that honestly, when I remember things that I did with people, okay, I would say there was a
Hmm.
time I was
Hmm.
probably, but then it was probably the first time I had been broken up with, and it was new to me.
When you
So
say had been broken up with, it was the decision of the other person. I
yes,
had been broken up with.
yeah.
Interesting construction. Yeah. No, it was not. I have never heard that before. I had been broken up with, but it wasn't interesting for you.
Right. So it was the first time probably, and that was like kind of the beginning of my acceptance of like things end, because I tried and nothing worked. And but the thing is, like, I lived in a city where like we had gone almost everywhere in this city, just walking, because that's something I really like to do, just walk around the city. And so everywhere I went, I could see, I could just see us. So that probably was
Really?
hard.
The
That was hard.
memory, right? Not the person. The memory of the person.
No, no, just the memory. Yeah, yeah. Everywhere I went, everywhere I liked, we had been. So when I went back to those places, it was difficult for a while, but I kind of moved on because I know it's final and there's nothing. But I'm not like a strong person. I'm not that kind of, not that strong.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
feel sad when things end as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. When you have a long-term relationship and you have gone to a lot of places with that person, it makes it harder. I remember when I was in 2010, I had my first serious boyfriend, and I used to love this little cafe. near the university. And I would go there. I've always been a huge fan of coffee. I love every type of coffee. I mean, I'm crazy about coffee. I have paid a lot in a cup.
For a
How can
cup.
I say it? For coffees,
Mm.
small cup of coffee. So that place that sadly went bankrupt now because of COVID, and I cannot get over this fact that this place does not exist anymore. But so we used to meet there, and after we've broken up, it was the I mean, we went to a lot of different places. It was a bit hard to go to a lot of places, but that specific place was for me like. And then I for 2 years, 3 years, I didn't go there
Hmm. Right.
or haven't gone there.
So now, after a couple of years, did you go back?
Yes,
So you didn't
yes,
go for about 2 years.
I didn't go there. So yeah, and so that's the thing, because if I went there, I would that would that would have been devastated, like to be there.
Who would have been? Oh, it would have been devastating.
Devastating,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, after 3 years, but for me, that's sad. The places, I think that, I mean, after that, I remember thinking, next time I date someone, I didn't come through with it. I haven't come, I
Gotten
help me.
over
No, I haven't got through it actually, but the idea was next time I date someone, when we broke up, we are going to sit down with normal people and we are going to discuss the places where we are not allowed to go.
Oh, why would you do that to yourself?
Because I wanted to keep my places to myself. I didn't want to, because my city, Belo Horizonte, my city, it is a big city, but the places where you can go, I mean, the fun places, it's,
Limited?
sorry?
Limited? It's limited?
Limited. So it's difficult. I mean,
Right.
I would have come across the person eventually, and then after, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Now it's okay. I'm very mature and I can deal with that. But back then I was 20, 22,
What?
something. And then I remember thinking, so next time we are going to sit down and decide. So this cafeteria is mine. So this karaoke bar is yours. And that restaurant is mine, that square.
It's not necessary. I think the better thing is to have a relationship that is just sorry, a breakup that is just nice, and you have a conversation. You talk about why you're breaking up, and not leave somebody asking questions. That's why when you meet each other, you don't have to feel any kind of animosity towards each other
Yeah,
because you ended things well. I think it's
that's
better. I
the
always
ideal.
tell people have a conversation, even if it's difficult, and that has worked for me in the past couple of years. Even if it's difficult, even if it's a difficult conversation to have, there is nothing better than having that conversation. It helps. It's not not having the conversation is selfish, especially when you're the one that wants to break up, because it's a difficult conversation, and sometimes you think it will hurt that person,
Yeah.
which it will, but it hurts more to not be told, or not to not be to not have it addressed, rather just like end it like that. So I think
Yeah.
like it's better to have a conversation, and if you have a conversation, there's no need to make like to choose different places to go. And
No, yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah. I guess it depends on the terms, like how it ended. Yeah. So when it ended with infidelity, it's
yeah, okay.
difficult to have a conversation and
That's
yeah.
a conversation for another day. My thoughts on infidelity.
Okay. Yeah, we are running out of time. It is a topic there's a lot of space to debate.
That has a lot of space to debate. Sure.
It has a lot of space to
Oh, I'm
debate.
not pro infidelity. Just so everyone knows, I'm not saying.
Mm, 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 mm. So what do you want to share with us next time?
I have thoughts about like arrangements and about like terms of relationships, and I think how people can get like rid of the negativity that they feel when there's infidelity,
Hmm.
because it causes a lot of people trouble and people cry because of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's a way to just not.
Yeah. So yeah. So next time we may talk about the song, the
The other one,
yeah. What was the name of the song again?
I don't remember
The
that one.
daughter.
Daughter, something I don't know. I know there's
The,
daughter
the,
in it. I feel like
there's
father as well, but
there's daughter in it.
there's
Yeah.
daughter in it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to say blow because there is blowers.
Or probably it's the blower's daughter. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I want to share something regarding infidelity with that song. So it's
Okay.
we can talk about that next time.
Right.
So
All
Daniel,
right.
thank you so
Thank you
much.
very
It's
much.
always a
This was
pleasure.
yeah, always a pleasure for me too. Have a nice
So
day.
thank you, you too, and we'll talk soon.
Yes. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.